Hello, my name is Robert Beard, and today I'll be doing a presentation on the human sexual response cycle. Human sexual response cycle. It's a little different for males and females, as you can see on the graph. For males, we usually have, well, for both, we usually will go with excitement. We start with excitement, which is sexual excitement. Then we will reach a plateau, which is meaning the top of our excitement. And then we'll usually have an orgasm, and then we'll go down to a resolution. For females, they have a couple other routes they go. We all start with sexual excitement, so females have sexual excitement. But as you can see, um, once they reach the plateau, some women may stay at the plateau and never reach orgasm. Um, so they'll have a resolution without orgasm. Some women will have sexual excitement, reach the plateau, and then go up to have an orgasm, come down and have another orgasm, come down and have another orgasm. Um, Women can have multiple orgasms at the time. Men usually have one, then they enter a refractory period. So, as far as sexual excitement, we have attraction. You see someone you are attracted to, always starts there. Fireworks go off in the brain. Um, all type of chemicals are being released to make you have these warm feelings about the person. Our nipples get hard, penis erect, and the clitoris swells. Um, those are all the physical features, but the brain is doing so much, and the brain begins to suppress cortisol, and cortisol basically helps us think logically. So during this sexual excitement, the brain is suppressing the cortisol, so we're not really thinking logically. So this at this time is usually when you forget to check if the door is unlocked, or maybe you forget to actually apply the protection, because your cortisol is being blocked. So once you pass your sexual excitement phase, um, you reach the plateau, which is the top, which is, you know, used to you, the penis penetrates, the heartbeat rises in both male and female. In the female, the hippocampus in the brain goes crazy. Gastric acid in the males begins to build up, which is why males are usually hungry immediately after intercourse. And then once our bodies start going through the motion, our bodies are in sensory overload. Everything's extra sensitive. The woman's clitoris becomes highly sensitive, may even be painful to touch, and it retracts under the clitoral hood to avoid direct stimulation. Our the male's testicles begin to tighten. Our breathing, heart rate, and blood pressure continue to rise. Muscle spasms may begin in feet, face, and hands, and our brain is pumping in dopamine and releasing oxytocin in women. So there's a lot going on physiologically and just a lot going on physically between both individuals during intercourse. The heart rate is continuing to rise, so it's kind of equivalent to climbing two flights of stairs. And then once you reach a plateau, for most men, for sure, we end in an orgasm. Women, as you've seen earlier, sometimes they don't have orgasm. Most times, according to my research, they will not have an orgasm. Um, but anyway, during orgasm, your involuntary muscles contract. Your blood pressure, heart rate, and breathing all are at their highest rates with a rapid intake of oxygen. Our muscles in the feet spasm. There's a certain forceful release of sexual tension. In women, the muscles of the vagina contract. The uterus may also undergo rhythmic contraction. In men, the rhythmic contractions of the muscles at the base of the penis result in the ejaculation of the sperm. We'll go a little more into that in the next slide. And then usually a sex flush may appear over the entire body. Um, so yeah, if I can go back and speak on the last slide. So during the male's contractions, the first contraction puts the semen actually into the urethra, and then the prostate gland fills the urethra with fluid that improves the movement of the semen. And then the urethra, the penis, and prostate gland all contract at once to shoot the semen out of the penis. This is where we get the male's orgasm. And then so after you reach the orgasm, there's the resolution phase, which is where basically the aftermath, breathing and heart rate return to normal. Blood is pumped away from penis and vagina, so our genitals would get back to normal size. Couple now bask in feel good hormones and endorphins. And usually about this time is when the man is in his refractory period. So most men cannot ejaculate right away, right after, but does not mean that they don't get erect right after. I found that out. Um, and then just some interesting facts that I came across. The human sexual experience can fulfill a number of different needs, such as enhancement of emotional closeness, bonding, commitment, desire to increase sense of attractiveness and attraction to partner, desire to share physical sexual pleasure. And when they say physical sexual pleasure, it doesn't just mean the sex; it means just the sharing, the closeness, or the trust you have with someone. Um, and then this another thing that I found out pretty interesting: things that affect sexual stimuli. So basically, what will get you out of the mood? Non-sexual distractions, baby crying, the bills due, maybe TV is on, something to get her or you out of the mood. Feeling sexually inept or substandard, definitely, I'm sure. And to recall a previous negative sexual experience, that can definitely get a person out of the mood. So that's pretty much all I have on the human sexual response cycle. Yeah, hope you learned a little something. Feel free to leave comments, anything you want me to explain a little further. Um, I have loads of notes, but only 2 minutes. So you guys have a great night, great morning. And yep, that concludes my presentation on the human sexual response cycle. See everyone in class.